All right, welcome to everybody who is with us live for this beautiful exclusive guided meditation with my inner circle, inner tribe. So you may be joining us live, you may be joining the replay. At whatever time you are joining, I warmly welcome you. And for this evening's guided meditation, I'm planning to speak a little bit about softening, allowing, and trusting. And this follows on from last week's session where we did some examining, exploring around the issue of self-worth. And then following on after I have given you some food for thought about the, the theme of softening, allowing, and trusting in order to receive with grace, I would love to guide you through a meditation that will be designed around doing some healing, raising some self-awareness in this area. So my question for you this evening is, what do you like at asking for support or help? And what do you like at receiving help? So if you're anything like me, it's a challenge for me. I can give until the cows come home, and that is my pattern. My pattern is to give. However, to soften, to allow, to trust, and to receive is definitely an area that I have been working on, probably especially over about the past 3 months. I've really had lots and lots of opportunities in my life through people, through experiences, through insights to work on this area of myself. And I'd like to explain it like this, that basically we all have divine masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, whether we identify ourselves as masculine or feminine or in another way. We all have a mixture of these divine feminine and masculine energies. And the masculine energy is about protection, it's about strength, it's about action. And feminine energy is more about receiving, creativity, and basically, we'll say allowing and trusting and knowing that we're going to be supported, whatever happens. So if we can balance these two energies, we are really able to pursue and live a life that we love because we have the inspiration, the creativity to then, take action and then also, take the action steps towards our dreams, which we have been able to creatively visualize, and then we can ask for help and we can also receive help. So it helps us to really live a life that we love, which for me is the ultimate goal. So I'll talk about a couple of other things to do with basically in terms of asking for help. So there can be a pattern of people pleasing involved. So what it can mean, and I know from my own personal experience, is that we may have grown up in a childhood, we may have had experiences with our parents who were doing their very best at the time for us, and they are human. So I'm not knocking parents by any means. However, there may have been an instant, a situation where We felt that we needed to protect ourselves, and a protective mechanism can be people pleasing, because if we look outside ourselves and make sure that the people around us, particularly our parents, who we were relying on for our very survival when we were kids, if we basically please them and keep them happy, that's a survival instinct. However, what can happen is we can get stuck in this pattern, and it can continue long after it has finished serving us to survive. And basically, as adults, we might always try to please people. And so basically, the reason I bring up people pleasing is that it can actually feel literally unsafe or a threat to ask for help, because it means that we are expressing our vulnerability, expressing that perhaps we're not coping, we're not totally on top of things. And so this is why it may feel unsafe. However, I feel that it is not helpful to not be able to receive help, because it's about that divine masculine and feminine energy once again. It's about balance in life. So I'll go through a guided meditation soon, but I just wanted to express and share with you that this isn't something that we can change overnight. I'm 48 and, heading on to 49, and this is something that I'm working on really for the first time now. However, it's better to work on it at all than not at all. So it really doesn't matter when we work on it. The most important thing is that if we're wanting to make changes in our life, positive changes, that we commit to the work. And what I also want to share is that we can take gentle steps which feel safe and measured. We don't have to take drastic steps towards change. So what we can do is that if we have particular fears or patterns or limiting beliefs, we can be aware of them. Awareness is so powerful and healing. And then we can start to accept help and support and request help and support from nature, from God, from the universe, and potentially from animals and trusted friends. So we can start to really just practice gently in a safe way and a trusted way and a supportive way, asking for help and receiving help. Okay, so without further ado, I'll start the guided meditation. So I encourage you to be in a place where you are seated or lying down with your spine straight, so that the energy from your chakras can move readily in a supportive way. And I just realized that I forgot to introduce myself. So my name is Anthea Alexander, for those of you who haven't met me before. And I am an emotional wellbeing mentor, and I'm also a naturopath in training. All right, so let's start. It will be my honor to guide you through this beautiful meditation. First and foremost, I want to honor and acknowledge you for taking the time to listen to this audio or watch this video, and to start to create change within yourself and your life. I have created this meditation because it is my mission to facilitate gentle yet transformational inner healing. And this meditation is specifically designed to help you to reconnect with your inner self, so that you can develop emotional independence, particularly around the area of softening, relaxing, and trusting in order to receive with grace. In our daily lives, we are more connected with each other and what is going on within the world through technology than ever before. However, I would like to pose this question: are we connected to ourselves? Let's start to explore this theme of inner connection as a first step toward developing emotional independence and reconnecting with our inner selves so that we are able to soften, trust, and allow in order to receive with grace. Now let's get started. First of all, make sure you are seated or lying in a comfortable position with no other distractions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I invite you now to close your eyes and start to focus on your breath. Inhaling in and exhaling out, ever more deeply and ever more slowly. And as you start to relax at a deeper level, your mind may become distracted by everyday thoughts. All is well. Surrender to the distractions and simply observe them as they come and they go from your mind as you would passers-by on a familiar street. I now invite you to visualize your heart chakra, the center of your very being of who you really are. You may see it as a color, maybe pink or green. Feel it as a soft texture or a warm energy. Whichever way you perceive the inner essence of you, of who you are, is fine. There is no right or wrong. I invite you to visualize sacred light infusing the center of your being, illuminating it with the love that is already within you, that is a part of who you are as a human being. Gently guide your attention back to your breath, deeply inhaling in and exhaling out. And I invite you to take another 3 breaths in your own time. Part of our human condition involves seeking validation from outside of ourselves. It may be through relationships, jobs, study, achievements, money, and possessions. Yet when it comes down to it, we already have all the resources that we need to live peaceful, contented lives within ourselves. And by looking within, we start to develop a stronger sense of connection and awareness with ourselves. We can then collaborate with these resources to cultivate our inner strength and inner resilience. When we are tested by life circumstances, we can choose to look within to start to hear what it is our emotions are trying to tell us about the effect of these experiences. Or we can choose to look outside of ourselves for a sense of inner worth. We may experience fear and discomfort around exploring our emotions, so it may feel easier to store them away, run away from them, or distract ourselves from them. There is no right or wrong, and sometimes it may not even be a conscious choice, rather an action taken by our brains in order to protect ourselves from perceived danger or harm. Our emotions are just that, emotions, messages about what is going on for us in our lives. I invite you to honor them by paying them more attention, spending time with them, and starting to listen with your heart about what they have to tell you. Once again, focus your attention back to your breath, deeply inhaling in and exhaling out. I invite you to take another 3 breaths in your own time. I invite you to start to view your emotions with compassion, with love and forgiveness, and to listen to what they have to say to you. There may be a particular emotion that is rising to the surface for you now, and I invite you to examine this emotion, to acknowledge and to meet it with compassion like you would a dear friend. You might like to visualize embracing it lightly to your heart and letting it go to continue on its journey of love. I also invite you to visualize your heart center once again, and to visualize that in the center of your heart there is your perfect, your favorite, your preferred flower. As you breathe in, you see the petals of your beautiful flower opening to the beautiful divine light that is being illuminated down from heaven. And as you breathe out, visualize that your flower is closing its petals like many flowers do during the night. So breathing in, opening the beautiful flower petals out to receive light and love and insects and dew and all that is good. And then breathing out and closing your petals. And I'm going to leave you to do that another 3 times in your own time. Visualizing beautiful, illuminating divine light being channeled, being really lighting up your heart chakra, softening and healing this area. You are safe. You are extremely loved. You are worthy. And you might like to say some of these affirmations to yourself, and you might like to use these when you do meditation by yourself, or when you notice that fear comes up, or anxiety or other unhelpful emotions. I love you. I've got you. I forgive you. I am here for you. I am proud of you. We are in this together. And I'm sorry I haven't listened to you before. However, I am here for you now. You are loving awareness. You are loving awareness. You are loving awareness. I now invite you to start to be aware of the room that you're in, where your feet are, where your legs are, if they're supported by a chair or a bed or the floor or a yoga mat or a cushion. I invite you to start to hear the noises that are around you within your room or your home or your neighborhood. And I now invite you to gently move your fingers and toes in order to come back into your body and come back to me in this session. Take the time that you want to remember where you are. And as you come back to reality, Hold the vision of that beautiful light and love that is who you truly are as a person. Store it safely away in your memory and know that you can access it whenever and as often as you need it. This marks the end of the guided meditation. I trust that this meditation was beneficial for you, and if you have enjoyed it and you would like to explore working with me one-on-one, I invite you to send me a message and we can certainly set up a call to discuss whether working with me is the right fit for you. I'm incredibly excited to share that I have refined my signature program, Healing for Healers. So it's now called Healing for Healers version 2.0. It is here, and I will be sharing a lot more about this beautiful program in the coming weeks on social media and also with you here during those guided meditations. I pray that you have a beautiful week ahead and that you have a beautiful night's sleep or day after this meditation. And from my heart to yours, send you lots of love. Bye for now.